Hey guys, and welcome back to Born Traveller. Right, today I'm in a place called Gonio. I might pronounce that slightly wrong, but I'm in Gonio near Batumi in Georgia. And as you can see, I'm actually in a fort, Gonio Fort, which we're going to explore now. Okay, let's get started. So the first settlement here of this fort was built around AD 77. That's what they've traced it back to. But this particular building here it dates from around the 15th century. The Ottoman Empire, around those times. There's definitely been also Roman settlements here. They found Roman coins, so it's quite an old settlement, an old fort. And as you can see now, it's quite a magnificent sight. So I'm standing in one of the corners, and as you can see now, this fort is absolutely huge. Probably goes on for about a good 200 meters, and then maybe 300 or 400 meters, you know, each way. Absolutely incredible. So as you can see, the outer wall is pretty well preserved. Unfortunately, inner buildings don't seem to survive just as well, which I'm not really understanding that. So we'll have a look around and see what we can see. Gonio is only about 30 kilometers away from the Turkish border, also about 13 kilometers west of Batumi. So it's quite an easy place to get. You can get a taxi here from Batumi downtown for around $3 or $4. It's really not that expensive. If you really want to save money, there are obviously minibuses that go to the border, and you can just stop off. To get in, it costs 5 lira, which is around $2.50, so it's really not an expensive place to come. And you can see there's quite a lot to explore and quite a lot to do. The problem you can see here is how short people were in those days. I'm 6'2", and this isn't big enough for me. I mean, that's probably only 5 foot. I'm really gonna have to duck my head to get in here. Wow. So, not really obvious of what this actually is. I mean, I assume they would be for fires, maybe. And I'm trying to figure out if this would have had a roof. Obviously, that's gone. But you can see the thickness of these walls. I mean, they're not messing about. These walls are a good 2 or 3 meters thick. Really strong defences. Maybe 2 meters at the weakest points. Incredible. As you can see, there's definitely different types of building materials been used to maintain this wall. I mean, that's definitely some kind of like different style, so I don't know which one's older. I'm guessing that's older than that. That does look quite new, and they've used bigger boulders. Here, that does look older, an older style of doing it. I really did try my best to shoot this on a sunny day, but every time I have a day off, which is basically Monday, it always bloody rains. And it's not that bad today, so this is why I decided to try and shoot it today. It's so frustrating. It's been like 4 Mondays on a row I've just wanted to come here, and every day it's raining. And yet the day before, last 2 days have been really bright sunshine, lovely. Funny enough, it's sunny most days in Batumi, which is really frustrating. As you can see, there's barely any tourists here, which is absolutely fabulous. I love that. I've seen a few. There's two guys over there. There's really not many though. So we can actually walk along the outer wall, which we're going to do now. So obviously, if you're going to do this, guys, like I did in Turkey, be bloody careful. You don't want to end up in hospital. I do have good health insurance, but I don't want to chance it. Wow. Well, that's a little disappointing, isn't it? Normally Georgia is actually a very clean place. Why it's that bad, I don't know. And it's funny enough, half of the trash is masks, which is so frustrating. As you can see, the wall's 5 meters high, and every so often there's a section where there would be an archman, obviously firing down arrows or hot boiling water onto people, or fireballs to stop them from scaling the walls. This view's a little bit better. We've got a nice kind of like Georgian countryside. So they've stopped you from walking, but I think you can see why, because some of the wall is not exactly in the best condition. So look out here, they've got actually an orange orchard, and you can actually grow oranges here, believe it or not. There's a bit of a microclimate here in Batumi, and you can grow fruit. It's quite amazing. So here we have like some of the ancient catapults and weapons that they used to have. So this is a catapult, so you pull it back, you put some kind of ball on here, whether it's flaming or not flaming, and you sling it and it go over the wall and then obviously hit the enemy. So as you can see, this is a mobile catapult. I don't know how old this is, but definitely very interesting. It does look like a replica though. But yeah, you can see they put the ball in and it obviously fire. These weapons are quite crude, but they are very effective, you know. As you can see down there as well, you probably can't see from here, there's all different sized balls they'd use as well. Here's an old Roman chariot. Wow, you don't see, I've not seen many of them, to be honest, but then I've never been to Italy, so yeah, wow. As I say, the Romans did stop here. The Romans did have a settlement here at some point. So as you can see here, got some kind of shield in the style of like a Roman style, but it's made of wood, so I don't know, maybe this would just be for practice. This is a very interesting one. This is like a crossbow. Again, it's a catapult, but it's in the style of like a crossbow, like an early crossbow. So what you would have is here, you would have a piece of string and you would pull it back, put something on it, a projectile, and fire it. It does look like actually more fire like an arrow, really, than a ball. So yeah, it does look like an early form of crossbow. I assume in summertime that these would be little shops, or I'm not sure, but there's obviously something going on in these. I would say that they're selling wares and stuff. Maybe I can have a little peek inside. I don't know, maybe we can have just a little peek inside and see what's in there. Can't really see. But yeah, so these are old style camp. So it definitely looks like here they would have some kind of event going on, and obviously people can sit on these benches and watch it. As I say, this is the only thing about seeing things out of season. Soon come May, June time, this will be packed with tourists and there'll be events going on and everything. I mean, it's certainly not as impressive as some of the ruins I saw in Turkey, but I still think it's worth coming here and having a look around. So we have an old well here, and you'd have a bucket on here with that you could put water in. And what you would do is you would wind it down like this, down to the bottom, and then obviously get it to gather water, and then wind it back up. And then you unhook the, water, and you've got water. So, and as you can see, all the houses around here, they would definitely be using that water quite a lot. There's probably one person doing this all day. So this here is the Roman bath. Obviously all that piped water would come in here and people would be able to go to the toilet and obviously bathe and clean themselves. Yeah, Romans were very sophisticated for the times. I think it's quite incredible. So as we can see, this is a nice little archaeological room with all the wares. You can tell by the colour, and this is bronze. Lots of pots. Wow, look at that. The detail of these are quite small, little like candle holders, I do believe. Even glass, look at that. For the times, that's quite incredible that they had glassware. So suggesting by the coins, we've got an Arabic coin here, which, you know, from the Ottoman Empire, and also in the distance you can see some Roman ones as well. So this would definitely be a trading post. Look at the detail on this. So this dates back, wow. So these date back to about 500 BC. Look at the detail of it. It's quite incredible what they could do so long ago. It's overall quite a good little museum here. Lots of artifacts you can look at. place you can sit down. Because this has got air conditioning, so in the summer this would be quite a relief. It's really hot. So guys, that's Gonio Fort. Now I was going to take a walk into the city and see if I can look around Gonio itself, because it's another beach town basically. It's smaller, but definitely worth checking out. So I love this door. Look at this. It's kind of bronze plated, I think, or metal plated at least. I mean, not bronze, but it's definitely, oh, yeah, it's metal plated door. Quite incredible. Wow. Just outside there's this old cannon as well. So that would probably date back from the kind of like 15th, 16th century, I would assume. So if you go left, that's towards the city. So we're going to try and have a look at the beach now. So the beach is over there. So try and somehow get to the beach. It's not going to be any different than the one in Batumi, but still worth a look at. So you can see I'm just walking down the main road. Just be a little bit careful because there's no actual like road paths, and people do drive it crazy here. So definitely more touristy here because this is a wine and bar shop. Obviously it's not open, and it looks like they've got a pharmacy as well, but again, not open. And again, this is a brand new road being built, so we've got a brand new apartment block here. Possibly has been finished or close to finish. Yeah, it does look like it's finished. There's curtains in there, and then there's another one here that's being built, and I say right on the beachfront. So there's definitely possible, you know, for development of this, well, village, town. I suppose it's a village really. I think if you imagine this like 5 years from now and all these are finished and this road's cleared and it's all nice, we potentially have got a nice little beach town, but I would wait a while. Yeah, they're definitely gearing it up for a proper beach town. I mean, look, a brand new road here. So the apartments here are much closer to the beach. Quite incredible. So you've got a right good sea view. It does look like some kind of shack was there. So I've just managed to find the beach. Oh wow, I can understand why people like this place. Wow, this has a nice, wow, this beach here is absolutely beautiful. And I understand why people like this beach. It's definitely different to Batumi. It's more sloping down. So we've got the mountain there, that's where it finishes. And then you've got obviously the sea, which is very calm, as you can see. And it goes as far as the eye can see. It probably goes further than I can see. All the infrastructure is already here, like the beachfront paving and stuff, and you know, the beach has been nice laid. It's just not finished. The water here is really clear. I mean, if you look how clear that water is. That is really crystal clear water. I get why people like this place. It's quieter and the beach is nicer, definitely. I mean, the mountains in the background, you know, there's more to explore. It's definitely steeper. And out of season you can see it's completely dead, and I don't even think in season it's that busy, especially with COVID, but I know Georgians really like to come here rather than Batumi. I can see me, if I was going to buy another place, I'd definitely buy in this town. Definitely. Okay guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to subscribe, turn on the notification button, and I'll see you next time.